Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Share, like, notification bell, description area below the video. Some links. Click on please. And then this is Taurus's reading for March. Start with the horoscope here. You might feel lonely or isolated during the Venus-Saturn square on March 3rd, which doesn't get your month off to the best start. There's nothing wrong with having some quiet, contemplative time, but there's also a big difference between being alone and being lonely. Your home planet links up with your traditional sign on the 4th, leaving you feeling very set in your ways. The way you see it, if something's not broken, why try to fix it? You take some comfort in beauty now, and you might go on a shopping spree for items you've had on your eye, or had your eye on. You know a good deal when you see it, and the focus is on quality, not quantity. Venus conjoins Uranus on March 8th, which brings about change in one form or another. You don't always like to vary your routine, but you don't mind it as much now. If you felt stagnant in your life or relationship for a while, this is a good time to shake things up. The month ends with a Venus-Jupiter trine on the 28th, at which point you're extremely lucky in love. Can you feel the magic, Taurus? Whether you're in a relationship or not, you feel like you're exactly where you need to be. Fate can be an amazing thing. So, from last month, you had the Ace of Wands, challenging or helpful energy. You had the Six of Swords for your emotional concerns regarding the situation in February. And then you had the Ace of Swords for your outcome. So, here it is in the order. You see this? Passion, new beginning of creativity, fire. And then you had worries of traverse, because this is your emotional concerns about going, like maybe you went on a journey or something in physical or metaphysical way. And then you have the Ace of Swords as your outcome, cutting away, new. This is air energy. So how did it go for you? How was February? Leave a comment in my video and tell me how things went for you in February. Alright, Taurus. Present, your current situation for March of 2020. Page of Swords. So your outcome was the Ace of Swords, and now you have the Page of Swords as your current situation. So Page of Swords represents delayed news or disappointing news, problems with or for a child's behavior. Depending upon the surrounding cards, it may represent someone causing minor problems with petty gossip. Tax return season. Maybe you got some news about your taxes, or delayed news about your taxes. Alright, some keywords for Page of Swords. Using your mind, being truthful, being just, having fortitude. So that's what your current situation is. What are the helpful or challenging energies for Taurus in March of 2020? There it goes. Queen of Swords. So you're in a Page of Swords with a Queen challenging you or helping you, or it's challenging it for, or it's challenging for it to be helpful, or in a way. So I forgot to mention the Page of Swords is a young air sign. So your current situation may be dealing with a young air sign. It might be your child, or children, or nephews or nieces, or someone young in your life. That's a air sign. And then the helpful or challenging energies of Queen of Swords is a Libra. So a Libra may be helpful or challenging you in March. Widowed, divorced, long, single, or sometimes childless. Inner strength. Independent. Sharp words. Honest, astute, forthright, witty, experienced. These are the things that are helpful or challenging for you in the month of March. Past issues, the basis situation for Taurus for March of 2020. Four of Pentacles. So your subconscious or the basis of the situation from past issues, focus upon goals, financial matters, being prepared to work hard. This is the Banker's card. You know, holding on for the right investments, make sure that you get paid, making money off of your money. Possessiveness, control, block, change. Subconscious or your basic situation. Immediate past. What is behind you, Taurus, in March of 2020? Ten of Pentacles. Immediate past, Ten of Pentacles, huh? So, I mean, that's a treasure box full of coin with the mouse there, turtle underneath. Turtle is slow, steady progress. It relates to the Four of Pentacles. Keywords: affluence, permanence, convention. Reinforcing card, Four of Pentacles, enjoying the status quo, conserving. So that's what's on your mind. Conserving, keeping things going in a positive direction with your financials. I mean, you've worked hard to get what you've got. You feel like you're making progress in February. You want to keep that going. You want to make sure you don't lose out, or you end up with no coins in your hands. Satisfied with having these coins. And if you're going to give out your coin, you want to make sure it pays you back and with interest. Crowning thoughts. Your thoughts regarding the situation, Taurus, in March of 2020. The Sun in reverse. So with it being in reverse, it's kind of like half full, half empty, or half truth. The Sun is a positive card. Brings happiness, so you're thinking about happiness, you're thinking of being successful, triumph over adversity, excellent relationships, happy marriage, contentment, prosperity, good health, having favorable outcomes from situations. see here. Enlightenment, greatness, vitality, assurance. That's what's on your mind, but remember it's in reverse, so it's kind of, you're like, yeah, kind of. The Four of Pentacles is probably more prominent. The finances. Immediate future, what is about to happen, Taurus, in March of 2020? The Empress. Natural new beginnings, possibly. So, you know, growth, prosperity, fertility. If you're looking to get pregnant or have a child, it looks like it's going to happen. Nurturing. Motherhood, solid and happy relationships, marriage. I mean, with the Ten of Pentacles immediate past, now you might be ready to start a family or look to get things in order for to have a family, or maybe moving into a home or something. But I don't really see any travel cards. Maybe you're just thinking about it with the sun up there and the grounding thoughts. The Empress. Mothering, abundance, senses, nature. It says the Four of Pentacles is an opposing card, which would mean miserly possessiveness. So in the immediate future, you might be a little too possessive. But reinforcing cards is the Ten of Pentacles, so your immediate past does reflect and relate to your immediate future. Affluence, luxury, physical comfort. So just be thoughtful of that. You got the sun up there, so you should be. I mean, this reading is looking good for you. I mean, the Queen of Swords is probably the only with the challenging or helpful thing, but it probably relates to you or the people around you. I mean, Taurus is probably gonna have a good month. I don't really see any confusion here, like I did for the other signs so far. Maybe it'll come up with the fears here. Your fears, emotional concerns regarding the situation, Taurus, in March of 2020. Death. Death is the Phoenix card. It's the end of something old and the beginning of something new. But that's what you're afraid of, or your emotional concerns are about. Something you cared about in the past that seems to be coming to an end. And you're worried about how the transition to a new, how it's going to look in the future. I mean, this might relate with the Queen of Swords. Let's go ahead and pull up the Death card in the reference book I have. So, keywords: ending, transition, elimination, inexorable forces. So, like going through what cannot be undone or avoided. Being part of a powerful movement, writing your fate, accepting the inevitable. I mean, the Empress is an opposing card, but it would mean birth. So the immediate future does relate to what your emotional concerns or worried about. I don't see any other relating cards here. Sure, you're worried about the immediate future with the Empress, huh? And maybe you are worried about being pregnant. Maybe you're like, is this a good time to be pregnant? Or is this a good time for the new beginning or the Empress to show up in my immediate future? Am I ready for that? So that sounds like, because you had the sun in reverse and your crowning thoughts, you're like, yeah, I'm feeling the sun up here, but Immediate future over here with the Empress. And the Queen of Swords, challenging or helpful. Libra energy. You know, maybe you're worried about some karmic energy coming your way a little bit. You know, nobody's perfect, right? Know what you're thinking? Environmental factors, how others see you. For Taurus in March of 2020. Nine of Swords. People see you worrying about this. I mean, the Nine of Swords is worry, guilt, anguish. So that's how they see you. Environmental factors, right? No. Yeah, that's right. Environmental factors. Environmental factors. You know, last month in your current situation for February, you had the Star. And this Nine of Swords is an opposing card of the Star. Serenity, peace of mind. So you maybe you've lost that serenity, peace of mind you had in February. Now in March, it's like, I mean, maybe you didn't lose it, but that's how people are seeing it, right? People are seeing it one way, and it's not really that way. But you are worried about something, right? Now, I did remember the death environmental factor with the Empress relation. You did have the Page of Swords, which is a young air sign. If you have a child or a niece or nephew you're worried about, maybe you're someone close to you is having a child that is going to be born or was just recently born, and you're worried if things are going to be okay, you know, with their family or in your family. Quite a few possibilities here for Taurus. Obviously, every sign is going to have quite a few possibilities because I'm reading for a lot of people, not just one person. But so I'm just trying to point out the different ways to look at this. Your hopes, what you really wish for, Taurus, in March of 2020. Chariot. Triumph, self-discipline. Victory. That's what you're hoping for, wishes for. Overcoming. Balancing the yin yang, good and evil. The night and the day. Pull up the reference here on the Chariot. So reinforcing cards, some possibilities is the Four of Pentacles down here in your basis of situation, your subconscious, with your hopes and wishes, which would mean control. So you want control over the situation in your life. Maybe there's some things out of your control that you're hoping to wish to get control of. And your fears and worries are with death and the Empress relate to your immediate future. Is there something coming up that you know about that you're worried about that has to do with the transition or a new? It's going to need a lot of nurturing, like your work or maybe gossip. There's a lot of gossip, possibly. I don't know, but I don't really see that. I don't see too much. I see more of maybe it's the opposite of that. Maybe it's something coming down on you, and you're worried about what people are thinking or saying. Or maybe there's like the Chariot is kind of a travel card. what you hope and wish for, maybe. Hope and wish for a new place, a better environment. Outcome. Answer your question, Taurus, in March of 2020. Four of Cups. Four of Cups. This has to do with emotions. Cups is emotions, right? Self-absorption, apathy, going within, self-reflection, meditation, taking time out in nature, as you can see, just chilling under a tree, looking up at the sky, not really reaching out to the emotions that are coming from the sky. You see that? He's just kind of like, meh, pour it all over me. Let's see what happens. Or maybe not. Maybe you give this to the nature and give it to my environment. Yeah, I don't see the Four of Cups really relating to anything else. So your outcome, let's go back to the horoscope here. Let's see here. Right here it says, if you felt stagnant in your life or relationship for a while, this is a good time to shake things up. But with the outcome of being a Four of Cups, I need more clarity. Let's go into the reader's fan. Additional clues, guidance about the reading for Taurus in March of 2020. This is more confusing for me than it is you, and you might be, that's what might be the confusing part about this, is like you don't know the outcome of the March. Sorry, you got the Moon, Ace of Wands in reverse, which came up in your challenging helpful energies last month. The Knight of Cups in reverse. This is Pisces energy, and the Wheel of Fortune. So, everything that's going to happen to you is supposed to happen to you. It's part of your destiny, divine path here in March. So maybe that's what it is. Kind of like go with the flow kind of thing. Like the Knight of Cups, it's two-sided, but it's in reverse, so it's not as bad. It's like half full, half empty, half the truth. Ace of Wands, new beginnings and passion, creativity. Fire is obviously a transformation energy too, because it's an alchemy energy, right? You can make things with fire, right? You can make a lot of things with fire, right? In chemistry, in engineering, you need fire, you need heat, right? And then you have the Moon, but the Moon is an illusionary card, right? Spiritual realm, right? Metaphysics. Maybe that's what relates with the Four of Cups, because sometimes when you take a time to escape and reflect on ourselves, to see other aspects of the universe that we can't see in our everyday life. Illusion. We're not seeing things clearly. I think that's what the confusion part is for you this month. Is trying to see things more clearly, because you want control, right? You want to make sure that you're on the divine path, the right, your destiny. Let's go ahead and go to each card here. So the moon, get more clearance here. Fear, illusion, imagination, bewilderment. Opposing card is the sun, but the sun's in reverse and the moon's not. When the moon and the sun opposing, the sun means assurance, clarity, enlightenment. So you're thinking about assurance, clarity, and enlightenment. Kind of, right? And then with the star being in your current situation for February, and now the moon coming up and the sun, the star means being serene, untroubled, and at peace is what you were at in February, and maybe you're not now. So that's what's confusing. But you don't feel like you're serene, untroubled, or at peace now. And that's why you have the Four Cups of outcome, because that's what you're looking for again. You were comfortable with that. Let's go to the Ace of Wands here. Creative force, enthusiasm, confidence, courage, but it's only half. So it's kind of true. Knight of Cups, which is Pisces energy. So there might be a Pisces involved in March, but not fully involved, kind of half committed. Romantic or over emotional, imaginative or fanciful, sensitive or temperamental, refined or over refined, introspective or introverted. That might be you figuring it out in March, being a little confused between the two options. Because Knights they have two different sides, two different ways they can react or deal with situations. Wheel of Fortune. Destiny, turning point, movement, personal vision. The only card that relates to the Wheel of Fortune is the Four of Pentacles, which would mean block, change, no movement. Maybe that, and remember, it also related to the Empress, Chariot, and Death. So that's what it is. The Four Cups, Death, Empress, Four of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Chariot there. These are where all the cards are connecting, right? You're like, I've done all this, but it doesn't feel like I have. And you're worried that you're going to lose it, or you're going to have to use it and not have it again, to go and do something that you feel like. I mean, you're not necessarily afraid, really, because you have the sun and you have the moon here, the Ace of Wands. I mean, things look like they're not as bad as they seem. Alright. Now, I will get into more detail about this reading in part 2, so if you want to go over there and watch that and get more in-depth reading, that'd be great. Leave comments, please. Let me know.